In 1953, Genichi Kawakami assumed the post of president of Nippon Gaki Company Limited. He hit upon an idea of utilizing Nippon Gaki's time-proven machinery production technology and started the production of motorcycles. YA-1, the first Yamaha motorcycle, was born in 1954. The motorcycle division became independent from Nippon Gaki and made a new start as Yamaha Motor Company Limited in July 1955. Despite being the newest motorcycle manufacturer, Yamaha actively participated in motorcycle races. Yamaha made a successful debut and showed the superiority of its motorcycles, and the Yamaha brand steadily grew in popularity. Kawakami went to the U.S. in 1958 when Yamaha participated in its first race overseas, saw Americans enjoying water sports, and predicted that they would become popular in Japan. Believing that demand should be created, Kawakami decided to enter the water sports business. Yamaha released Catamaran Cat 21 and Runabout 13 in May 1960. These two products were Yamaha's first commercially available FRP motorboats. In July of the same year, Yamaha released P7, an outboard engine targeting Japanese-style coast-hugging wooden fishing boats. This marked the first step in the history of Yamaha outboard engines. In those days, all outboard engines in the world had poor durability. Yamaha conducted long durability tests of over 500 hours on its outboard engines to ensure that anglers could use them with no worries. Later, Yamaha developed a single-lever remote controller and manual tilt-up mechanism to stabilize the quality of Yamaha products while improving its production system. Furthermore, production of a new two-cylinder model was started to enhance its lineup. Yamaha expanded its business not only in Japan, but also in Europe. Yamaha started to expand into markets in Southeast Asia, Africa, and Central and South America. These regions, however, included areas with harsh operating environments. For example, gas and oil of inferior quality was being used. Yamaha outboard engines sometimes had to operate in muddy and sandy water. The wear and tear of parts was beyond what was expected. In the Amazon River, for instance, Yamaha's outboard engine would collide with driftwood, sustain damage, and fall off. To solve these problems, Yamaha conducted various tests relevant to the local conditions to produce outboard engines with better reliability and durability. Meanwhile, another problem occurred. The use of Yamaha outboard engines had resulted in an expansion of fishing zones, and traditional fishing methods were no longer suitable. This meant that anglers using Yamaha outboard engines were not catching as many fish as expected. Yamaha thoroughly investigated the fishing methods used in Japanese coastal waters and introduced them to anglers. Their catch increased dramatically, which led to an explosive increase in the sales of Yamaha outboard engines. Yamaha developed an entirely new market and succeeded in creating a new demand by combining outboard engines as hardware with fishing methods as software. Yamaha's marine products became more leisure-oriented during the years of high economic growth in the 1970s. Engines for leisure use need to be more compact and lightweight than those for commercial use. Yamaha continued developing and introducing new technologies one after another. In those days, Yamaha developed technologies that were indispensable to subsequent outboard engines. These technologies included Yamaha's CDI unit, propeller boss exhaust system, V-type reed valve intake system, L-type piston, integral crankshaft, and friction weld drive shaft. Predicting a future increase in engine displacement, Yamaha developed a 3-cylinder model and other products, expanding its lineup. In the late 70s, Yamaha's cumulative production of outboard engines exceeded 1 million units. This means Yamaha took less than 20 years to hit this figure after entering the market. Around the beginning of the 1980s, Yamaha steadily prepared to expand into the United States, where the world's largest outboard engine market existed, looking to respond to the need for high-horsepower engines. Yamaha exhibited its products at the 1984 Chicago Boat Show. It introduced a full lineup of marine engines ranging from 2 to 220 horsepower engines, featuring newly developed V4 and V6 models. The V6 model was a big hit, and the Yamaha brand quickly became popular in the U.S. market. Yamaha released its first 4-stroke model, F9.9, in 1984. It since has become the cornerstone of Yamaha marine engines. Yamaha's production volume increased dramatically, reaching a cumulative total of 3 million units in 1986. Yamaha reached this figure only 8 years after it achieved a cumulative total of 1 million units. Furthermore, Yamaha started manufacturing compact outboard engines at MBK, a French plant, in 1988. Yamaha outboard engines spread around the world as Yamaha expanded not only the lineup, but also the production system. The Yamaha brand was #1 for customer satisfaction throughout the U.S. in 1991, assuring Yamaha's position in the industry. Yamaha's cumulative production volume reached 5 million units in 1996. A social movement to protect the global environment became prominent early in the 90s. The movement shifted into high gear in the mid-90s when Western countries started phasing in emission regulations. The development of a fuel-efficient, clean engine that alleviates environmental impact as much as possible and saves limited resources was in urgent demand. In response to the demand, Yamaha started full-fledged production of a 4-stroke outboard engine in 1996. Yamaha worked steadily to enhance the lineup. Furthermore, Yamaha provided its 2-stroke models with an EFI or HPDI system to make them more environment-friendly. Yamaha's cumulative production volume reached 6 million units in 2000. Not fully satisfied with this, it expanded its 4-stroke series and 2-stroke HPDI series in order to promote the spread of Yamaha outboard engines in tune with the environment. Yamaha released the Digital Network System in 2006 with the aim of improving the maneuverability of boats. Yamaha has continued actively working on the development of cutting-edge technology in pursuit of high performance and high quality. Yamaha built a new factory as a new production base for outboard engines in Fukuroi Minami in 2008. Yamaha introduced new techniques such as painting robots and a modular production system. With the latest equipment and production technology, Yamaha is responding to customers' demands around the world. In March 2010, 50 years after Yamaha manufactured the first outboard engine, Yamaha's cumulative production volume reached 9 million units. Yamaha outboard engines have a history of over half a century long. Yamaha's history is one of setting itself challenges in technical innovation based on the solid Yamaha principle of providing attractive, cutting-edge products. Yamaha developed 3 environment-friendly engines, including the V6 4.2-liter F300 in 2010. Yamaha is continuing research and development in pursuit of further improvement in the environmental performance of next-generation products, alongside development of more compact, lightweight, and fuel-efficient new models. Yamaha started with P7, and now its outboard engines are used for marine sports and pleasure, fishing, and water transportation in 180 countries around the world. As a leading company, Yamaha pledges to remember the spirit of its foundation and continues challenging itself to enrich and bring comfort to those people who live by or love the sea.